as Sherry had said a few minutes ago, if it had been in person, she would have had to cancel it. So we're here tonight with good evening, Sharon. We're here tonight with a small group, and Cantor Melissa is going to start us off with a song or two for Purim.
Hi, well, welcome everybody. So they say that with the month of Adar brings also with it happiness, that the moment that the month of Adar brings, comes and starts, which it just started this past Friday and Shabbat, that we are automatically having this sense of joyousness and happiness. And so I don't know if you are already having the feels like I am, but I am already feeling happy because you get this sense of excitement because we have this beautiful, joyous holiday of Purim coming up, and that's the idea. So the moment that Rosh Chodesh starts, the moment that Rosh Chodesh Adar starts, we begin to be happy, and so you can start framing your days like you know, in the mindset of Adar, of happiness and of Purim. So we'll get started with some music, and there are some pretty standard melodies for Purim that I think that we all come to expect. And one of them is called Chag Purim, which just means happy festival, happy holiday of Purim. So it sounds like this. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Godol HaLehudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Smirot, Rikudim. Abanarisha, Rash, 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 Abanarisha, Rash, 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 Abanarisha, Rash, 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 So in English it sounds like this. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, happy, happy holiday. Happy songs, playing songs, happy, happy children play. Abanarisha, Rash, 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 Abanarisha, Rash, 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 Abanarisha, Rash, 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 happy holiday. And so the Rash, Rash, Rash is, of course, the Grager, and everybody is happy, Zmirot, Rikudim, that we're singing songs and we're having the dancing, and maybe you heard the word in there, Masechot, that you have the mask, because this is a masked holiday where anybody could be anything, which will lead me to just veer off for a moment before I sing another quick little song for you, that the overall theme of this year's Purim events is masked, mysterious, imposters, mystery. And so for both of our little set and our adult set, we have something mysterious going on. And so for our little ones next Sunday, we are going to be having what's called Purim imposters. And if you have never heard of the wildly crazy online video game called Among Us, your children have, or your grandchildren have, or even maybe your great-grandchildren have, but someone in the younger set who is younger than 16 has definitely heard of Among Us. So if you don't know what it is, next Sunday morning for our family Megillah and Purim spiel, it is called Purim Imposters, and it is going to be wildly crazy, and we're going to see who is the imposter. You never know. It could be Esther, it could be Mordecai, it could be Haman. We just don't know. So you're going to have to be on my crewmate. You're going to have to be one of my crewmates, one of my teammates, to find out and see who could it be. But I'm going to need some help. So I need people along the way. And then on Thursday evening, which is Purim, Erev Purim, I hope to see you all join me and many, and actually some of you I think are already signed up, and we have our staff is going to be joining us. We have a really awesome whodunit program, and we are going to be the detectives, and it's possible that maybe one of you did it. Maybe one of you is the one that is the I forgot what the expression is going to be in this particular one that we bought. Is it not the murderer? Who is it?
It's like a murder mystery, but yeah, whoever is the whodunit. What is it, Jackie? Tell me.
Perpetrator. The perpetrator.
The perpetrator, yes. So it's possible it could be you. I don't know. Now that Sharon just spoke up, she's pretty suspect. So I would watch out for her because she seems to know the lingo. So watch out for her on Thursday night. You never know. Okay, so we're going to need some help. Massive detective work will be needed. So we need everybody's help. So that is the theme, which I think goes great with a masked holiday with for Purim. So there is a wonderful, beautiful expression at the end of the Megillah, which is, of course, the scroll of Esther that we read this beautiful story from. And it says that all of the Jews of Shushan had light and joy and gladness and honor and happiness from year to year to year. And if this is expressed in these words in Hebrew that say, La Yehudim Haita Ora, Vesimcha Vesason Vikar. And we repeat this, we even bring this up, this happens during our Havdalah services. It's a beautiful expression. So we'll sing this piece with me, and please join me from your own homes if you'd like. So lots of happiness and joy, and I know that we will find that in baking our beautiful hamantasha this evening. So from one malka to another malka, I understand that my partner tonight is also a malka. I'm a malka. Right. And Melanie, I understand, is also a malka. So it's all about the malkas tonight. So I'm going to pass along my baton and wishing you all light and joy in this beautiful month of Adar as we usher in Purim. And I'll hope to see you all during our festivities in the coming weeks.
Thank you so very much, Cantor. Melanie?
Yeah.
Cantor said, you're up.
I'm up. So hi, everyone. I'm missing my Sunday mornings in the kitchen at Beth-El this year.
Yeah, right.
So I think we started this as a USY fundraiser many years ago, baking hamantashen and selling them to whoever in the community wants them. I started in the kitchen when my child, who will be 26 this year, was in middle school, and somehow I have never left. I'm still coming every Sunday when we make hamantashen with so many of you who have been there to help me. So yeah, it's really my social life at the temple. It's my social life at Beth-El, and I really am missing a little bit of it. So the recipe that we use is very simple, and I already have a batch made, but it is posted on the Sisterhood site. Yes, is that what we determined?
I believe that it is.
Amanda says yes. From Amanda's expertise, this recipe works perfectly with gluten-free flour, 1 for 1. A particular kind that I noted on the recipe. And we make this recipe ×5 every time we make it at Beth-El. So I took the big recipe and cut it down, and it works perfectly. And I've been making this size at home for a couple years. I was telling everyone earlier, I have a young friend who missed that we did it at Beth-El this year. So we made Hamantaschen at home a few weeks ago. And I started this evening a little earlier. And just to show you, I have a completed batch of raspberry Hamantaschen. And I have a tray completed, ready to go in the oven right now. And so I thought we would talk a little bit about
What's the number?
folding versus pinching. We have people who like to do both. FYI,
See what she uses, Steve?
we use solo pie filling.
Okay.
Jelly doesn't work. It's too thin. It doesn't work. I know from experience.
I gotta get this stuff.
You can usually find it at most grocery stores, although it has been getting a little more scarce over the last few years. And I ordered some on Amazon and got poppy seed when I ordered raspberry. So I was kind of bummed because I don't even like poppy seed. So those are up for grabs, or I'll donate them when we bake next year, right? When the kids come in, because the kids do still help, the fundraising does still help the religious school coffers, I think. And so we like to have the kids help. Their Hamantaschen don't turn out perfect, but it's the community feel of them helping us. So I like having the kids there usually. I think they like it. They like the stacks at the end because everybody gets to sample them. And so I talk about how we do it. So we have an assembly line and we take the dough out of the fridge and we have to knead it. And then we have a group of children who have to roll it. And then we cut it and then we fill it and then we fold it or we pinch it. So that's what we do. That's my story. They're triangle shaped and like I said, it's like an assembly line. So I have some dough that I have already worked and I am rolling it so that it is the right consistency, the right thickness so that it will bake. And I thought I would make some bigger ones with my bowl-sized cookie to talk about pinching and folding. How's that? Is that okay? Anybody care?
I care deeply about pinching and folding.
Thank you, Cindy.
What is the correct thickness?
Whatever you want it to be.
I don't know about that.
If it's honestly whatever you want it to be.
What have
If
you
it's
got there?
Maybe like a
well,
quarter.
if I could get it off of the counter, I would show you. If it's too thick, it'll be too cookie, and if it's too thin, it'll fall apart. So you learn as you go. Marcia, can you see?
Like, is it a 1/4 inch, an 1/8 inch?
About a quarter.
A quarter.
Okay.
I do a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, about a quarter.
Thank you.
These are not the loveliest, but they'll do for our demonstration tonight. So at Beth-El, we have convection ovens, which I do not have at home. At Beth-El, we bake them at the weirdest 345 degree temperature. I don't think I've ever known anything baked at 345 degrees. And we bake them for 9 minutes and 10 seconds. We have it down to a science. So at home, since I don't have a convection oven, I sort of did some form, I Googled how to convert the time and the temperature, and I upped my oven to 375, and I cook them about 14 minutes. It works for me. If you like them more well done, you cook them more. If you like them less well done, you cook them less. I'm not real picky with the kids when they come in and they're all worried that it's not perfect because it doesn't matter, they're cookies. So I have my 2 big cookies that I'm trying to get off my countertop. Also, if you're really good at baking, you can put this filling in a bag and sort of pipe it in. I'm too klutzy for that, so I have to use 2 spoons to fill my dough with my filling. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing.
Can you lift it up a little bit to just like show us the amount that you put in?
Yes, I'm heavy-handed. Those are on the huge ones.
Right.
Okay.
For the smaller ones, you would just do like 1
Half,
teaspoon.
about half of a teaspoon.
Yes.
Can you even see? Folding. Pretty easy. Fold up one side.
Melanie, can you move the tray back just a little bit? There you go. All right.
Okay, thanks for telling me. And then I fold the second side. It's like a little envelope or something. Then you fold the third side.
I guess
Not the best cookie, but can you see the folds? A little bit?
Mhm.
Okay. We found, especially with the kids and especially with so many different hands, that they don't fall apart as much when you fold them as when you pinch them. So, second way that most normal people do, pinch 3 corners. And it makes it a triangle.
Water around the edges.
A little water, pinch it. At Beth-El, we don't usually water because too many kids, too many hands. We just sort of throw them in the oven like this. And you make sure the corners are pinched together well. And there we have it.
Great.
So the recipe I use is the one like I said, I stole from Beth-El and cut it down. There are, of course, a million different recipes. Amanda posted something on Facebook with the 10 most popular. I know Maria Simon has a way she makes it and she rolls it up and freezes it and then slices it. So she gets her rounds that way. I don't know what her recipe is. Cheryl told me somebody uses a really good yeast recipe.
I think somebody had mentioned that Lee Shevitz used to do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I actually saw somebody doing a cooking show the other day, and they took their dough. They were supposed to be making biscuits, and I thought maybe it would even work with Hamantaschen dough. I see the pan that you have. Putting the dough and putting it all in that pan, so then everything would be even. You wouldn't have to kind of roll everything out, and then you just kind of push down and make circles. And I thought, well, that's kind of a neat kind of thing. So
I made some gluten-free today. I use a different recipe. I use one with honey in it as a sweetener. And that's my favorite because that's how it was when I was a kid.
And how did they turn out? Were they delicious?
They weren't bad at all. My husband.
What dough did you use?
I use a dough that Jenny Grossi from a Jenny Grossi cookbook.
oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, and that reminds me. Also, I used lemon. I put in lemon curd for the first time, and I also put in date spread, which I got. I could not find solo fillings anywhere. I had to go to the
Kroger and Meyer both had them.
Usually, but they don't have all the flavors usually.
No, they
Well,
didn't.
my son picked them up for me at Meyer.
Well, okay, Meyer, but not at Kroger.
And the Kroger, Willow Lake was supposed to have it.
That's possible. I went there and there was nothing. And I went to Nora. They didn't have any either.
And they sold out because they had it a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago.
Okay.
I was on the west side and they had it at Meyer at 38th and Lafayette Road, which not very many of us go to very often, but I was excited because they had raspberry and cherry there, and I haven't seen that in months anywhere.
Yeah, my son bought it at one in Noblesville.
It's somewhere where there aren't so many Jews. That's the idea.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I wasn't really going to say that, but okay, yeah.
My daughter brings it from Chicago.
You know, I mean, it's
Didn't
Right.
bring it this year.
That was my whole story. I know it was a big, exciting show and tell, but that was it.
Do you refrigerate yours?
Before or after?
I saw you kneading it after. I always knead mine before I put it in the refrigerator.
I put it in the fridge right out of the bowl, and then I knead it as I'm ready to roll it. And I try to make it the day before, the night before that I need
Yeah.
it, so that it's had time to sit.
So
Much
how
better
long can
overnight
it,
in the refrigerator.
how long can it stay in the refrigerator till you have
3
to? make
days, 4 days.
At Beth-El, it stays a week, Sherry.
it? That's
We'll make
true.
it one Sunday. We have one Sunday and use it the next Sunday. So a whole
Okay,
week,
that's true.
a whole week works.
How big do you make your circles?
Normally about this big.
2
2
inches?
inches,
3
yeah, 2 inches or so.
The glass, that's what I use.
make them 3 inches. I've got one of those,
The biscuit cutter, the biscuit
That's what this
cutter.
is. I have a 3-inch one as well, and it took, obviously it took longer to bake with the 3-inch one, so.
I like the 2-inch better.
And you could eat more and feel better about it. Because they're smaller, I guess, right?
You stand up and eat, Weight Watcher says it doesn't count, right?
Oh, awesome.
And
Takes
if you
longer to
believe
get to the
that one.
stomach, Carol.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Okay, Cheryl, what else you got for us tonight?
I think, I don't know. Are you going to be coming out?
I hope so.
We can show what the end result
Take
is.
another minute or two. They're
Melanie,
not
what is
quite
the-
done.
Melanie, what is the, what's the wildest filling you've ever used?
Well, we're very limited at Beth-El Cantor Mocha.
Yeah.
We only use 5 flavors at Beth-El, although we have requests for many, many others.
Okay, but what
So-
about at the Olson house?
Oh, we like cherry the best at the Olson house. We do not like poppy seed at all. Hence,
I'll
the
take
cans
your
are still,
poppy.
okay, whoever said that can have them. They're in my car. Trying to find somebody-
What do you think about like some of these wild, these wild insides?
I know, I've seen some of them. I'm
you
afraid to
think?
try them.
No?
I don't.
No.
A few years ago, Cheryl sent me a picture of some like rainbow colored where the dough
I-
was
Mhm.
different colors, and yeah, that just,
Well,
I
Jackie
don't,
makes her challah that way, so.
right, I know, but I don't know if I could handle it. One year for a class, we mixed like a brownie mix. So it wasn't just chocolate chips in the middle, because that's kind of, and we made a brownie mix and put them in a batch, and they turned out, pretty good.
So you made the brownie mix in, like you mixed it in with the dough?
No, we made a brownie mix separate, and we had the dough separate, and then we put like a blob of
Oh,
brownie
you put
mix
a
in the
blob of
middle.
brownie mix as,
Yes.
as the filling.
as
Have
the
you
filling, yes.
Is there such thing as a chocolate hamantash?
I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure there
Yeah.
is.
Nutella there is in Florida and Miami.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm
No,
sure people.
not Nutella inside. I mean like a brown.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Rabbi Jenny puts in the Trader Joe's, the little chocolate peanut butter like Reese's cups,
Mm-hmm.
but the ones here are not as good as hers in California. Because I made them, didn't like them. She said the ones in California are better than the ones we have here.
Yeah, I mean when you start putting in fillings like, like the Reese's peanut butter cups, I mean then it's dairy. So I
Yeah.
mean this is a part of recipes. So I guess you
Correct.
have to be careful what you put in the inside.
Yeah.
But you
Mhm.
can put them in there
Right.
teeny tiny.
Right.
You can put them in with a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to touch them. They're really
Yeah, but then you
teeny
can't eat them if you had a meat dinner. So
Right.
that's the problem.
Right. So you just have to be careful of what
Right.
you've got in there and when
That's
you're
right.
eating them. I
Right.
I admit I do like a dairy Hamantaschen, but it's different.
And the Fleischmann's sticks work the best for our recipes. We've tried many other kinds.
Yeah, I
and
think that's the
the
only
best.
kind that you can bake with.
That's
I mean, what
interesting
we have
because
here.
this year I tried using the earth balance, which I love for everything. And mine spread the minute
Yeah,
I
because they're so much oilier. Yeah, we had to use it one year because there was no Fleischmann's, and so in the kitchen and the Hamantaschen were kind of a mess.
So where do you
afterward?
find Fleischmann's?
Meyer.
At
Meyer.
Meyer, we always
Meyer?
find
Meyer.
Fleischmann's is always at
Carl
Meyer.
Meyer always has it, but they don't
And you know
make
what?
the
We
salted
buy it.
ones anymore.
I
That's
always
a
buy
gold-
it, a lot of it, and then we freeze it
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
thank you.
because sometimes they don't have it.
They used to carry the Parable ones,
Finished product.
unsalted, but they don't carry it anymore.
It looks like Melanie, did you want to show us? And then
My
I think
finished product.
we're gonna have to,
And
Yum.
time's up.
How
there we go.
Great.
So another batch.
Yay, Melanie. Ladies, it looks like
I'm
we could
feeling like I'm
probably talk.
ramping up.
Yeah, we could probably talk forever about, different flavors of Hamantaschen and
Yep.
so on and so forth. Unfortunately, we have just a short amount of time here left.
No one eats prune anymore.
What?
My husband
Yes,
would eat
some
the
of us
fruit,
do.
most definitely.
Some of
So,
us do.
Yeah,
And
so
the
I'm
big-
glad that everybody, I'm gonna just say that we have another program coming up in just a couple weeks. It's gonna be our Passover program. It's going, I don't remember everybody who's part of it, but Tony Bader's daughter, Jamie, is gonna give us another cooking demonstration about how to try to convert our regular, everyday recipes to possibly, a Pesach type of a recipe. And I believe that Marcia is also part of this particular program next month. So we hope you'll join us for that one. And
Thanks a lot for setting this up.
well,
Okay,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody have
Thank
any
you.
other thing?
I wanted to point out that Jackie's on mute, Jackie Goldstein, but she did ask for RSVPs for March 25th. So make sure you RSVP for the adult Purim program
Oh,
if you're going to be able to make it.
You
Sisterhood
mean
events-
February? You mean February?
February 25th. Yeah, for February 25th. I think she's looking, Sisterhood events, we're not taking RSVPs generally, but for that one, I think it'll be a better program if people RSVP. So
I think it will be very helpful if we have some RSVPs. It's going to be really, really fun. But the program that we have for it's from Broadway, actually. It came directly from Broadway, the script. So it's actually going to be really fun. And the outcome could be, it'll be different. Ours could be different than someone else's outcome. So kind of neat. We're excited.
happy Purim.
Sounds good. Yes.
Happy Purim.
Hug
All right.
Sameach to
Hug
everybody.
Sameach.
Everybody stay
Sameach.
safe and be able
Nice
to
to see
plow out.
everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Nice to see you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.